In September of 1997, a replica of the Vietnam Memorial Wall came to Stoneham, Massachusetts. It had every name of every person who had died in the war in Vietnam. Alice Del Rossi, my friend, was there. She took me by the arm over to the wall, and she put her finger on the name of her nephew, Richard Fitzgibbon, Jr. She told me that just having her ability to put her finger on his name gave her a spiritual connection to her nephew, but that it also made her very sad because her brother, Richard Fitzgibbon Sr., had died in Vietnam in 1956, and the Pentagon refused to put his name on the wall because they were contending that the war had not started in 1956. And she asked me if there was any way we could get Richard Fitzgibbon Sr.'s name on the wall so that the father and son could be together. And so I began a crusade along with Alice to accomplish that goal. I called the great writer Neil Sheehan, who had written the book, the definitive book, A Bright Shining Lie about the war in Vietnam. He told me that there would be a picture of the French taking down their flag. And at that point, the United States was in charge of that conflict in Vietnam. I found that picture, I brought the Pentagon to my office, and I demanded that they put Richard Fitzgibbon Sr.'s name on that wall. It took another year or so for the Pentagon to finally relent, but in 1999, on Memorial Day, on the Washington Mall, the entire Fitzgibbon family, including Alice Del Rossi, Richard Fitzgibbon Sr.'s sister, were there to see his name etched on that wall to join his son, a mission that father and son had undertaken for the United States government. And finally, they were being honored together on that wall. For the Pentagon, it was a truth they did not want to admit. It was inconvenient for the Pentagon to concede that when Richard Fitzgibbon Sr. died in 1956, the United States was in charge of that conflict in Vietnam. It should never be inconvenient for the American people to recognize the sacrifice of those great Americans and to pay tribute to the families who paid that ultimate price in losing their loved ones.